What's going on, guys? Noobs here, and I'm joined once again by...
Burrhe, hello!
Hello, welcome yet again. And obviously we're talking about Smash Brothers yet again.
Smash Bros, Smash Bros, Smash Bros, Smash Bros! So excited. I've been so excited for this game. Considering how, unexcited and unhyped I was for this in, the months preceding this game, this has been, the most excited I've been for a Smash Bros game in so many years, now that it's out.
Once you actually got your hands on it.
Maybe that's just because I've been, conditioning myself to stop being hyped and excited for games and then getting disappointed. I'm so glad that it's been almost a surprise for me at how good it is and how much I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think, I was hyped for it. We talked about that, but I didn't really think about, or I didn't anticipate how into it I'd actually end up getting. Part of that is actually the appeal of it being on Switch and that being portable. Because I was just thinking, actually, it reminds me of that brief window of time when the 3DS game came out, and I was just going around and just, picking it up and casually having a few matches, doing some single-player stuff, unlocking characters.
Then as soon as the Wii U one came out, it kind of dropped it.
Yeah.
I did the same thing, yeah.
So this is kind of bringing that back for me, with the added bonus of also being a proper Smash Brothers game on the TV with GameCube controllers is on top of that.
Should we go into the single-player aspect of it then?
Definitely. So I have a lot of thoughts about this, actually. I don't know. First of all, to be honest with you, if I had to choose, I think I enjoy just some classic mode over adventure mode.
When you play in the classic mode, you get a load of different paths, the game calls them, and that's tailored to the specific character and the games they come from. So, for example, Marth, he has a load of fighting dragons, because that's what his Fire Emblem game was all about, fighting the dragons, being reborn and things like that. And when you get to his final boss, instead of fighting Master Hand and Crazy Hand, like I was expecting, because I just finished Mario's or whatever, it just shoves a Rathalos, which is the Monster Hunter, big-ass dragon, in your face. It's like, oh my god!
The Castlevania guys get Dracula as a boss.
Yes.
The Zelda characters get Ganon, giant pig Ganon as a boss.
Yes.
And there's a few more. I don't know them all, but it's awesome.
They're all awesome.
Yeah, and even the path leading up to them, is themed for the character.
Yeah, it just makes me want to play all the characters through on classic mode, even though, I wouldn't normally play that character. It's like, ooh, what's in store for this character? They've really done a good job with the single player on this side.
Let's move on to, this is still single player really, but just kind of the other games and more modes. I mean, of course you've got your multi-man stuff back. Your Cruel Smash, your 100-man Melee. All-Star is there, but it's kind of like a 100-man Melee where you just are on the stage and they just come at you. Whereas in other games, the All-Star mode, you would have a little rest between each match.
Yeah, it was
right?
like a little adventure mode in itself.
Yeah. So they've simplified that. But then that's it for in there. There's no home run contest. There's no target test.
Oh, yeah, there's no... Yeah, I didn't even think about that, yeah.
This game's classic mode has a little bonus game as one of the stages. And there's no way to play that as its own mode either, which would kind of be a replacement for target test. And that's very bare bones. It's not as interesting as target test.
Yeah, because we were talking about in the other Smash video, they were getting pretty lazy with the target test stuff. I honestly am fine them not including it if it was just going to be another one of those. If I'm not going to play it much anyway, why waste the development time on it? So I'm fine that that's not there if that's all they were going to do with it.
What do you think of Spirits and all of that? That whole chunk.
I do enjoy that was it World of Light it's called? The World of Light adventure mode is actually really engaging. I quite enjoy it. Because there's a meta game within the game. You're still playing Smash Bros, you're still trying to build up percent and knock them off, but the computer you're fighting against has, it's a spirit. It has certain conditions, extra bonus challenges to it, it may favor a certain move because its spirit is a certain way and powers it up in a certain way. Like its up B, for example, is really strong and will like just spam up Bs, and you got to try and figure out a way to do that. Or maybe the floor is lava, literally.
Literally, yeah.
And you just get destroyed every time you touch it. However, like there's a load of spirits you can unlock by beating these challenges, and they can give you like immunity to the lava floor and things like that. So there's this really background collectathon,
like RPG, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's an RPG. You're collecting things to then use it to play to beat an encounter you are having trouble with, for example.
Right. Yeah, a lot of the spirits will just negate whatever conditions are on a certain map, like the lava one, or certain ones are slippery or windy or whatever. Which is kind of strange. It's like, well, would it be better if it was just less windy and you couldn't negate it? You know what I mean? Because it's sort of like a hard lock.
Yeah, I like that, though. It's like introduces an element of tactics that you've got to think outside the box for. It's like, okay, can I find a spirit that will negate this?
True.
Do I just come back to this once I've unlocked that? And it has a nice sense of progression in terms of, from a more casual aspect, you don't necessarily need to be good at the game. You just need to find the right path through and collect the right spirit. So there's this tactical element as well, that you don't necessarily need to be good at Smash. You just need to be able to think about it.
You can also... Okay, honestly, I don't totally understand how all this works or what you're supposed to do, but all these spirits you collect, well, there's like main ones and then there's like booster ones or something. And all the main ones you can also level up. And some of the ones you level up, you can even upgrade them after you level them up to 99. But I honestly don't fully understand what all the leveling up and everything does. I'm like, I guess it's good.
I think it just increases the stats that's attached to the spirit, because there's like an overall power rating when you equip the spirits and your support spirits.
And the game also, if you're overwhelmed, because there's an insane amount of spirits. Isn't it over 1,000?
I didn't even pay attention too much to the spirits.
It's insane. So the game also gives you like an auto pick button.
If you don't want to think about it.
Yeah, so you're not having to flick through this huge list of spirits to try to figure out what you should use on a particular fight.
I think that's missing out on some of the aspects, at least that of World of Light, that I found the most enjoyable, is having this big collectathon type thing. And you can tidy up that inventory space as well. You can sell, quote unquote, for some sort of weird currency to then put into unlocking new spirits that are better.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tidy up that inventory as well.
Within the adventure mode, if you unlock a character in there, it's unlocked for the rest of the game. But even if you've unlocked all the characters in the game outside of adventure mode, you still have to unlock them inside adventure mode. So then a big part of adventure mode really is unlocking the characters. You're kind of rescuing them, right?
Yeah, that's the first thing I went to, was World of Light. And I was hoping that I would just like be able to play through it quite quickly and just unlock the characters that way. But when you exit the World of Light, it goes, oh, here's some more character unlock opportunities. Like, oh, okay. I don't mind. Give me characters. How did you find unlocking characters in general?
I really enjoyed it. I loved that there were so many. You only start with 8.
The original 64 ones.
All you have to do is play matches, regular matches, and every 10 minutes approximately, you'll get a new challenger approaches thing, and they'll come fight you.
Did you have any difficulties with unlocking them, like the actual fights?
A few of them, yeah.
Because they're meant to have... I read somewhere online, they're meant to get harder the more you unlock, so that the last ones you unlock are meant to be quite tough, like the AI gets better.
So in addition to adventure mode, though, there's also the spirit board, where just like a bunch of spirit matches will show up, and you can just pick one and fight them to get that spirit. And they all have difficulty ratings.
I got really bored of that really quickly. I tried like 1 or 2, and then just kind of got bored of it, because it was, at least with the World of Light, there's the associated overall adventure and the mystical story and whatnot, and save the characters. Whereas with Spirit Board, it was just, okay, that was a fight. Okay, that one was really hard. I'm never doing that one again. That wasn't fun. Okay, now I have that spirit. okay. That's how I felt with it.
Overall, my feeling with the spirits is it's a lot of fun unlocking them. Adventure mode itself is fun. I really enjoy all the themed fights. My only complaint is like it's kind of overly complex with all the like leveling up and managing the spirits and like cashing them in for cores to then unlock more spirits. And there's a skill tree that uses a separate currency.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, it's all too much.
Yeah, I don't think they needed the skill tree. Just the spirits would have been more than enough. And maybe tie more of that skill tree to the spirits. But other than that, I mean, simplistically, like, I think they struck a good balance. Like, it's complicated enough to be engaging if that's what you're into particularly. But not too complicated that someone can't just drop in, drop out, and not really think about it too much because there's the auto pick option.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's close to being just right, but I feel like it could have just been simplified and cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, that's all my thoughts on single player. Do you have anything else?
No, let's move on to multiplayer.
Okay, the other part of this game, the afterthought.
It is so much fun to play, like, bar none. I didn't, looking back on it, enjoy Smash 4 that much. But this one has really recaptured my love for the series. Within it's just the multiplayer. The gameplay, the game feel is so good. The movements of the characters are so much faster.
Yeah.
And the movement options are so much nicer and better. It's much more akin to... We were talking about this. I was talking about this earlier today with the guys. It's like Smash 4 and Melee had a love child.
It is.
It's very reminiscent of that. Like, there's good bits about Melee, there's good bits about Smash 4, all kind of crammed into it. There are bits, like I said, I still will not stop playing Melee because Melee is such a beautiful game in itself as well. But coming to this game, it's really good in its own right, and I think it's something special. Yeah,
as you said, it just feels so good. It's so much faster than Smash 4, and especially Brawl. I think having such a massive array of options in terms of characters and stages helps. You know, like, there's, you know, a near infinite combination of ways to play.
Yeah. I love it so much.
Playing it, so I played as in a group event the day it came out, and that was really exciting, in part because we got to unlock the characters as we had the matches.
And that was actually, I had so much fun just playing around with those first 8 characters from the 64 game. That was really fun. I actually quite liked the limited roster. Like, there was something that was really satisfying to me, because I started out on the N64 game with such a small roster. It was like really fun to like get to know those characters quite well before doing anything else. Now that they're all unlocked, it's so overwhelming. I've spent the past week trying to narrow who I want to play mostly, like who I want to be my main. I narrowed it down to 10. I can't decide. There's 10 characters I love so much.
As soon as I had a couple matches with Young Link, I was like, oh, this is it. This is my guy.
He's good.
He is real good. Of the 3 Links, he's the best, I think.
He's my favorite, yeah. Of the Links.
Of the Links. What else? Oh, well, you reminded me there with the limited roster. Of course, this game includes Smashdown, where once people have taken a character, that character's gone. So you keep playing matches until all the characters are used up.
I forget what it's called. It might just be like another version of Smashdown, where you pick 3 or 5 characters.
Yeah, like tag team
and
or something.
Basically every stock, it's a tag team thing. So every stock you spawn as the next character.
That's a fun option.
That was really good to just keep trying new characters and experiment with people.
Oh, speaking of all the characters as well, now that you have gotten them all and I've unlocked them all, are you really wishing you could reorder this menu somehow?
Yes. Oh God, yes. How are they ordered? They're ordered in the
order they appeared in Smash, I think.
Yeah, that's it. But like Mario's here, Luigi's over there, there's Dr. Mario down there, Bowser's somewhere else. Like, I just want all the Mario guys in like a column or a little corner up there, and I want all the Pokemon in a little cluster over here. But they're so spread out because there's like one introduced in each game or something, or a couple introduced in each game, so they're kind of like spread out.
Ideally, well, I was like, obviously they would just give you an option to sort these by series, but then I was thinking, what if they just let you, I mean, Smash is all about customization. Let me order them any way I want, and I could just like be a weirdo and like put them in groupings.
let me have my OCD. Like, I want to put them in alphabetical order. And
right, one weirdo can do alphabetical. I can do my way, whatever, you know.
Except all the ones I don't like can go in the bottom right corner, and they'll be out of the way, and I don't need to look at them. I can put all the ones in here, and that'll be the best way to do it. As I descend slowly into madness, trying to find the perfect way to organize it.
Put Sonic in the middle with all like the sword guys around him, all getting ready.
Yes. Oh, I hate Sonic so much in this game. In Smash Bros. In general, I hated him in Brawl. I hated him in Smash 4. I hate him in this game.
Well, I love that he's in these games just to give me a punching bag to get my childhood console wars aggression out. Oh, why not Mario? Oops.
You're not changing your character, so you need to choose your character in the bottom right before you even go in.
I seem to have missed that part.
This is the first caveat of the online. They have an issue with. The only way to play with your friends, really, is this really awkwardly implemented battle arena.
Yeah, I'm like...
However, immediately, I'm finding we can play.
Yeah, it's not too laggy right now. And I'm not even on a wired connection. Are you doing wireless?
No, neither am I. Yeah, everything seems fine. It's working.
It feels pretty good.
It's better than the Wii U. I mean, you couldn't have been much worse. Oh, we have these on as well. No.
Which I also like that you can have all your items off, including Smash Ball, but still do final smashes with the meter.
That hit so hard. Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm still confused as to how I missed picking a character, but okay.
No, it just doesn't give you the option until you're... Yeah, like, pointed out. I was really confused as well to begin with. You have to choose your preferred stage as well. It's all in the bottom right-hand corner.
Okay.
I was literally talking to you before. About.
Go well.
Is this your first time in the battle arena, right? It's like, yeah, okay, and then I proceeded to tell you nothing about it and just went into the game.
Yeah, we need a rematch here.
I'm a great person. So one of the things that's really bad about this battle arena is, to begin with, okay, you don't have the character select screen stuff. Yes. But if you wanted to rematch me right now, you could have pressed start or plus or whatever, and I would have had no opportunity to change my character.
Wow. Okay.
That would have just been it. Like, you could just force a rematch constantly without me being able to change character. So yeah, even just like playing with friends is like really quality of life things is not good in this game. But this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
Yeah, like as far
this is comparable to the Melee fan made one we had.
Yeah,
like, connection wise, with two good connections. Like, ow.
I mean, it's a real low bar that we're impressed by the fact that there's not.
Oh yeah.
Like unplayable amounts of lag, but yeah, it's pretty good.
This is yeah, we can actually play. Yeah, so I think we've talked a lot of praise. Hopefully you'll have inserted the online somewhere in that discussion. We
should mention again maybe that we were both shocked and surprised, delighted to find out that we could play against each other.
We could actually play, yeah.
And actually have a proper match.
I might go into a bit more detail actually on my online experience as well.
Sure, yeah.
So a lot of the games, particularly when it gets to 4 players, and I'm guessing that just increases the likelihood that someone in that match has a poor connection. But I've not had a 4-player game where there's not been lag of some description, where there's been a lot of input delay or it just stutters and has to wait and load and things like that. So that's been a nuisance. And again, I'll stress and stress again the quality of life issues. Not even on the online, in the single player as well, and like when you're doing local multiplayer, the quality of life stuff in this game, like the menus, are not good. I did not have a good time interacting with the menus. Simple things like, why can't I change the color of my character with X and Y anymore? Why does it have to be L and R? It feels really clunky with a GameCube controller. And it took me so long to figure out how to change my color, because I'm just like spamming X and Y. It's like, why can't I? Are they taking like the characters' costumes out? What? So that took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out. But I've been playing Smash Bros for years, and there's never been that.
Right. Yeah, that was a weird change.
Yeah, it's just little.
Generally,
things.
though, the menus are much improved from the last game, which were just labyrinthine and totally just made no sense.
True, but they still hide certain things away, and
yes.
Just I will say the options they give you for the actual game and the actual when you're playing Smash Bros is really good, amazing. I'm sure you agree with me. But to get to that point, to get to actually playing it, there seems to be a load of unnecessary little obstacles in the way that make it harder to play Smash Bros in the first place, and that's the one big negative. Thankfully, thank goodness that it's just like basically menu management, so hopefully eventually those things will get fixed. But thank goodness the thing that doesn't need to get fixed is the gameplay. That's what matters most, and I'm so happy with it.
All right, so if this is our Smash Brothers review, I mean, what are our ratings?
It's good. Go buy it. If you like Smash Bros or anything like that, go buy it. That's my rating.
I'm trying to remember what we said for other games.
It's like
we recommended it, strongly recommended it.
Like if you have a Switch, for me, this is a must buy.
Absolutely, it's one of those handful of games, and this happens for any Nintendo system where it's a must own. If you have the system, you have to have the game. But and Smash Brothers is always that, but in this case, like, this is really above and beyond. This is already probably easily my second favorite Smash Brothers game, like right under Melee.
Yeah, I don't think anything will top Melee for me, but this is such a good example of a good Smash game in like the modern generation.
There you go. So 2 strongly recommends from us. So what do we want to ask the people at the end of this one?
Who you maining? I'm partial to a bit of Shulk. It's Shulk time and Pichu.
Okay. So that's the question. That's the question. Let us know, guys. Who are you maining in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? And thanks for watching.
Bye.